Well, well, well. What do we have here? A human? Alone in my woods? In the dead of night? And a rather handsome one at that. Aren't I lucky? And you're not particularly frightened, are you? How curious. No, no, no. I can feel your heartbeat, darling. It's one of my many gifts. It's elevated, certainly, but not racing. Not the way they usually are when one of your kind stumbles into my domain. Then again, nobody quite like you has ever stumbled into my domain before. Most of them are on their knees, begging by now. But you seem almost unaffected by my magic. How curious. How refreshing. You should be afraid of me. I want you to understand that. I'm not simply a woman in a dark forest. I'm something considerably older than anything that you have a word for. I have brought entire kingdoms down to their knees. Well, you're not going to ask what I am? Really? Well, I feel almost offended. Most humans, when they meet me, cannot resist asking, as if knowing gives them some kind of leverage. It doesn't, for the record. It never has. Well, that makes me quite curious. Who are you? Fine. Keep your secrets, I suppose. Mysterious human. I'll find out soon enough, anyway. I have ways. How did you even find this place? These woods have been hidden for several centuries. I laid the enchantments myself. There is no path in, and no path out, not for mortals. You were just walking. You got lost. There's no way. How is that even? That is the most extraordinary thing I've heard in centuries. A man stumbles into the sealed heart of my dominion because he missed a turning on a country road. You know, the last mortal who wandered in here arrived on a moonless night with a silver dagger and a satchel full of salt, and a great deal of misplaced confidence. I reaped their soul in seconds. They were very surprised. No, not permanently. I'm not unreasonable. It was only for about 3 weeks. It built character. Anyway, come here. You should sit down. I'm sure you've been walking for a very long time. Here. Rest your weary legs. Well, I've got to take good care of my new human, haven't I? You're welcome. Now, since you are here, since you have found your way, however accidentally and improbably, into a place that is technically impossible to find, it seems only appropriate that we discuss terms. Terms, conditions, an arrangement. I'm sure there are things that you want for, and there are certainly things that I want from you. Also, you are a mortal. I am not. So you are, unless I decide otherwise, lost in a dark forest realm with no clear way home. I am the sovereign of that forest. These facts create a certain natural dynamic between us, one that historically lends itself to deal-making. I can give you things, you know, life-changing things. I want you to understand the full scope of what's on offer. Things beyond your wildest dreams. I can truly do anything. Wealth, the riches of kings, the real kind, gold that doesn't turn into leaves by morning. Knowledge is true power, the hidden weights and measures of the world, everything you've always wanted to know, at your fingertips. Just make the wish. Health, a life stretched long and full, and without the kind of ordinary suffering that your kind so commonly endures. And all I would ask in return is something so simple and easy. How could you possibly turn it down? Stay with me here until the next full moon. After that, you can go back to your own realm with whatever wish you'd like. I must admit that being the sovereign of a dark realm such as this does get a little lonely at times. And what can I say? I rather enjoy your company, to be honest. Mysterious human. Yes, that's it. That's all I want. No strings, no tricks. Just your lovely company for a while, and I will grant any desire you choose. We'll have a great time. There are so many fun things we can go and do. Visit the Ashen Gardens, see the trees that whisper, and the great pools of liquid moonlight that I stole from the mortal realm. It's surprisingly romantic. Or we could go to the Eternal Market, or the Colosseum to watch the shadow beasts fight. And in the human realm, only a few minutes will have passed. Nobody will even know you are gone. It's a win-win, really. Oh, but there is just one little thing. In order to make sure that you don't try to renege on our deal and leave earlier than you're supposed to, I would like to take some insurance. A deposit, if you will, that will be paid back to you before you leave, I swear. Just your soul. You're not even using it properly. Most men squander theirs on worry and regret and endless small grievances. I mean, look, I'm not being unreasonable here. It's the standard arrangement. Souls are always taken as collateral in deals with demons. And I'm not going to pretend otherwise. Especially when somebody has a soul as tasty as yours. Oh, I could smell it a mile away. Oh, don't look at me like that. This is normal. I'm a demon. Hey, why do you look so comfortable? Normally when people find out, they're a little bit stressed, to say the least. You look like you're not stressed at all. Like, you literally look like you couldn't care less that an actual demon princess is trying to make a deal for your soul. What? What do you mean, no? You've got no other options. You're stuck here otherwise. You don't care? What kind of human are you? Right. Okay. New approach, I guess. You are either the bravest man who has ever wandered into my woods, or the most foolish. I haven't decided which. For what it's worth, the distinction matters very little to the outcome, but it matters a great deal to me, personally, right now. Huh. Neither. You're just not particularly worried about outcomes in general. Is that it? That is either a very enlightened state of being or a very dangerous one. I've met monks that couldn't manage it. You realize most people I meet under these circumstances are either trying to bargain with me, fight me, or weep at me. The weeping is the most common. It does nothing for me. The fighting is occasionally interesting. The bargaining is professional. You're just having a conversation. Well, yes, I suppose I am too. Do you know how old I am? You're not going to guess. You think guessing my age would be rude? No one has ever. That's not. Mortals usually guess something theatrical. 10,000 years, 1,000,000, as if the number is the point. The number isn't the point. Let me try again. Forget wealth, forget power. Those are things people ask for when they don't even know what they really want. Tell me what you actually want. The desire you carry with you, that you've never said aloud. Everybody has one. Some people want to be truly known by someone. Some people want to stop feeling afraid. Some people want simply to sleep without nightmares. What do you want? That's... You said that very simply. You just want to get home. That's your answer. You'd like to find your way back to wherever you came from, have something to eat, and go sleep on your own bed. Well, if you take my deal, that's exactly what you'll get, in the end anyway. Why won't you take the deal? You're not going to trade your soul for it because you figure you'll find the way eventually anyway. You're not wrong. You would. It is very annoying that you figured that out. I wasn't going to try and trick you into staying forever or anything. I was actually going to give you your soul back and help you get home, just for the record. Not that that changes the terms of any potential arrangement. The offer stands. Wealth, power, knowledge, longevity, all of it, in exchange for taking something that you can barely even feel, temporarily. You know, you could at least take a moment to seem tempted, out of politeness or something. You're very composed for someone who's been offered essentially anything. I've been doing this for a very long time, you understand? Deal-making, tempting, seducing, the whole production of it. And I'm considered quite accomplished. I have never had someone simply chat with me about nothing in particular while I'm trying to claim their soul. Yeah, it is a little funny, I guess. I'll grant you that. What's it like, being that calm? It's not that you're calm then. You've decided what matters, and you hold on to that. And everything else just slides off. Yeah, I suppose that would do it. Oh, okay, fine. How about you stay here and keep me company until the full moon, and you get a wish, and I take you home at the end, and I don't take your soul. I have never offered anyone else a deal this good. I hope you understand that. So, what do you say? No! This whole thing, this isn't how it's supposed to go. You're supposed to be frightened, or dazzled, or bargaining desperately. You are not supposed to make me haggle. I am not flustered. Okay, a little, marginally, and it's your fault entirely. You just waltz in here, into the heart of my domain, with your perfect face, and your not being afraid, and your monk-like resolve, and insane haggling skills, and just make a complete fool out of me. Fine, okay, I'm gonna offer you one last deal. Not because I expect you to say yes, just here's the deal. You don't have to stay until the full moon. You can leave anytime you want, and I won't take your soul, and I'll grant you a wish. Just a date. One date. At a time of your choosing, and your name. That's all I'm asking. And I'll aid your journey back home. It's nearly morning anyway. The paths will be passable soon. The enchantment's thin at dawn. I can show you where to go. You'll be able to find your way. Wait, yes? Yes! You agree? We have a deal. You drive a very hard bargain, mysterious human. In that case, let's seal the deal. Oh, of course, yeah. Demon deals are always sealed with kisses. Are you ready? Good. Now, you should go north. Follow the slope downward, and you'll hit the road within the hour. From there, you'll know the way. Now, for your wish. Whatever you want. Name it. It doesn't have to be grand or theatrical. It can be small. I've made deals over smaller things than you'd believe. I'll tell you something. I've been doing this for a very long time. You're the only person that's ever wished for that. There. Done. There you go. A slice of the best cake in the world. Enjoy. I'm very much looking forward to our date. But you should go. The road will be easiest at dawn. And you should know, these woods remember things. They remember everyone who walks through them. And in the memory of a place that's been sealed for 7 centuries, you are going to be extraordinarily unusual. Yeah, you would say something like that. This isn't finished, by the way. And that's not a threat. Not exactly. I'm simply going to convince you next time to make a much better deal. I have more patience than you might think, and considerably more time. Oh, and your name. You didn't tell me. You'll tell me on our date. I should have known. Mysterious human. I'll see you again soon. Safe journey.